she's gonna have to come back alive. What'd we find? I need a battery. Ah! New weekly plan. Henthorn Performance. This is the goal here. I want to video basically everything I do other than work all week. All of my projects, all of my side stuff going on. I don't have any big things going on at the moment. What we have is these are Honda CB360T carbs. We're going to go through these tonight. We're also going to replace this crank sensor. We have to wire up the pigtail end. The crank sensor's in the box. That battery, this all goes through an 03 Ultra Classic. That tank goes with the Honda carbs. It needs cleaned out. So this is our plan for this evening. This valve cover is for a D16 Civic. That guy needs painted. This Suzuki is supposed to have car parts here this week. And then at the end of the week, I think I'm gonna do some blocking for a charity run and bring y'all along so you can see what that looks like for me. Hopefully this guy and that guy and the Bronco will all get a bath because they're dirty. And I mean like preacher's daughter dirty. So that's the plan. I'm gonna probably set y'all up on a tripod or something while I work on some of this stuff and tell y'all what I'm doing. Keep watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know how to do the things. Hang out with your boy. We'll have a good time. I'm gonna throw a lot of content into this week's video. I'll probably be up on all Sunday night, edit it for y'all. Had this tank soaking in crap for the last couple months, so now I'm flushing it, and then tomorrow after work I'll pick up a bottle of CLR and I'll soak it in CLR, and it'll be about as ready as it's really gonna get. It's kind of a crap tank on the inside. Y'all got to see that. Yeah, we're gonna flush this guy out. Water hit me right in the face. Yeah, I'm gonna keep flushing this out. Chime back in with y'all in a minute. Alright, so we gotta attempt to repin this dude. This guy. With the limited amount of tools that I have here. Which, in theory, shouldn't be too bad. Just like I'm gonna pop this orange piece out down in there. I don't even know if y'all can see it. So we can get this guy. Now this is on an 03. I diagnosed this by, all I did really was crank it over. So it didn't have cranking RPM. Compared it to all the other ones. Disconnected the coils to make sure they wouldn't start and make sure they got cranking RPM on the dash before, without starting. So I don't have cranking RPM, which led me down the road of believing that this beautiful tool here was screwed. This beautiful part. I need to find a pair of needle nose pliers, and I don't know if I have any here. It'll be at the other shop. Can I get in there with one of these little screwdriver dudes? Pop that out somehow? It's just basic Deutsch connector stuff. Like, that's just a seal. So yeah, once I pop this out some way or another. Need a pair of little needle noses. Like real thin guys. Alright, I'll be right back. I'll see what I got to check inside. So we're back in the shop. finding a pair of pliers in the house was a fail. So we got some from work. We're here on a late Saturday night after some road blocking. That was a good time. Got a little bit of footage for you guys. I'm gonna edit it in and sprinkle it about throughout this video of a weekend in the life with me. So we're gonna go back to attempting to de-pin this beautiful guy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this in the upward motion and take a picture. So that's where it would slide on a mount. So that would be kind of the up. I'm gonna use this as my up, and I'm gonna take a picture of that. Then I'm gonna de-pin this. To the best of my ability. See how it works. My daughter got me this light for Father's Day. She's the best. Ooh, cool. So I just need to get down in there with something small, like this. And that pulled out beautifully. And the same thing with that guy. And that pulls out beautifully. And there we go. So we'll put that together. Now all we have to do is take that side out of the protector. And then we'll slide this side in. See if the magnet works on that, dude. Because not really. Kind of does. It wasn't reading at all. So now we're gonna slide our rubber grommet back on here. Yeah, just like that. Push. Push, push, push. Rubber grommet's back on quite beautifully. We will pull up our photo. So if you look at it this way, it was red in this side and black in that side. So get those routed to where they go. Oh, nope, we missed. We missed quite a bit, so now we got to get back in there and de-pin them. Because fail central here. Probably should have done one at a time and like paid attention to make sure they went down like they're supposed to. They weren't supposed to go down, were they not? Let's go like that. Let's look at the photo again. Like that. Red one goes to that side. Oh no. So, dude, And this dude goes push that in there, put those in there like you're supposed to. Then we gotta slide our lock down in here. Just like that. And then that's a new pinned crank sensor. This came off of an 03 Ultra Anniversary Edition. Put that in tomorrow and install the battery I have on the charger over here that still says it's charging. Do we have any voltage in that guy? Who cares? Who knows? We'll move on to just cleaning these carbs up a little bit. Let's talk about poker runs today. Right now, anyways. So these carbs are off the Honda. Um, 360T. I think I showed you guys that tank and stuff already. I still gotta get some CLR for that tank. I'm gonna spray some brake clean into these jets to try to get them cleaned up. Okay, that's going through now. That's going through now. It's going through. That's going through. Jets are cleaned up. I'm gonna clean these bowls out a little bit. So I did a poker run today, right? I'm gonna show you guys some footage of that. So while we're on the poker run, I had a few people complain because they didn't like how people were blocking, or mainly the main issue was they weren't getting out of the way. So if you're doing a self-guided poker run, you and your friends run off, and you guys come up with your own route, you put somebody in charge of getting you to every place, everything's all beautiful and fucking happy-dappy dory and all is well, which is a great thing. Now, if you're on a poker run that is a group ride based, where you have... Alright, so we're back. It's Monday. My plan was to record all of last week. Thought I was starting on a Wednesday, and it ended up being a Thursday, and my weekend didn't go exactly as planned. So, new plan. We're going to start recording Thursday to Thursday, I think. Maybe Thursday to Wednesday, and then do Wednesday to Wednesday from there on out. And that'll give me time to edit and put videos out on Monday. So, all the parts came in for this purple-ish Suzuki. We've got a jet up kit, battery straps, and a really cheap carb seal kit. It's got big exhaust and just cone filters, so the jet up kit's necessary. I'm gonna pull these carbs out. We're gonna have to nut and bolt most of this bike. It was put together by somebody else, and so we're gonna have to nut and bolt everything, make sure it's safe for the guy, get everything put together. see what we can get done on it tonight. It's currently 8 something. I'll probably be in the garage till 10, 11 o'clock. See how it goes. It's still sunny. Summer's the best. Sun stays up. But yeah, so I'm going to get y'all set up somewhere. I'm probably just going to pull these carbs off and then get them over here on the bench and start going through them. So we got these beautiful carburetors off. It's pretty simple, you know, because calf racer happened, you know, over there. Most things are pretty simple. So now, this is what you do, right? It's Monday night. You just left work. Your carbs need done. You need to get jets and gaskets and everything installed in your beautiful carburetors. And you're like, man, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this evening. It's exhausting. You grab a cup of whiskey. And you just take care of it. It's not hard. So, we'll break these down. We're going to look what these bowls look like. And then we're going to look at these jet sizes and see how things look out. I'll show y'all here. Welcome back. Tonight, we're over here in the shop, the big shop. It's a little bit of a mess, but we got stuff for that. See if it fires off. First, we're gonna start over here on this old Kawasaki. This master cylinder is completely locked up. It doesn't do anything in there. The plunger is completely stuck. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it is completely stuck down in there. So, I was scrolling through the Evil Base, and I found this used one. It's got some Harley-ish merch on it. Some Live Free, the ride stuff. We also got a bunch more coming for that thing. We took the factory pipes off, threw these Cobras on. It's got a air cleaner set up for it, so I'm gonna get y'all set up, show you how I take this apart, and then we'll start bleeding it and see how that goes. I'll probably make a really big mess of brake fluid. One on. I'm going to basically put some brake fluid in it and see if I can bleed that master cylinder and see how she feels. I'm gonna just mess with it at the top and see what happens. A lot of bubbles and stuff will come out of here first, especially since it's the highest point. I probably could have cleaned this a little bit before doing this. It probably would have been better. It's okay, I have a master cylinder rebuild kit here too. Look, I'm gonna grab y'all and show you what it's doing right now. I need to invest in a camera, man. One of these days. So yeah, see? What them beautiful little air bubbles coming out of there. That's basically what I'm doing for right now. I'll show y'all what happens next. Alright, now that she's out in the dark a little bit, we have brakes. It actually is doing a thing. So we're going to see, we're getting some air in the tires. And we're going to see if she'll ride just a smidge. Just a smidge. See how it goes. bass. Blockers and stuff. Whenever a group of blockers shuts down an intersection, you need to understand that they're going to be coming up behind you to get back to the front so they can go back to protecting your ass. Now, if you want your ass to stay alive and live through the whole process of the poker run and get there at the same time as all the people you signed up to do the poker run with, get your super cool photos of, like, you know, 50 to 150 bikes all grouped together, making the same path, doing all them glorious things, you need to get single file, stay to the right side of the road, and let the fast boys do fast boy stuff and go around you. Or just go to a self-guided poker run. It's my TED Talk on poker runs. Now always, be safe, ride your own ride, wear all your gear, don't speed. If it is a guided poker run, whoever's leading the route should go a moderate speed. I usually suggest to stay around 45 miles an hour if you're out of town. And then when you're in town, drop to the 35 or whatever the in-town speed limit is. Just because on poker runs, you do tend to get new riders and stuff like that. But to each their own. That's just how I believe you should do things. But if you get passed really close by a blocker, it's probably because you got in the blocker's way and didn't get over like you were supposed to. You probably had it coming. That's my TED Talk on poker runs. As you saw, I blew out those jets to make sure they were clean. This guy's main issue was a tank issue. It's still a tank issue. I'm going to do what I can to get all of the rust out of the tank. I did a CLR treatment, and then I soaked it with transmission fluid for about a week. And shook around a chain in it, but I got a lot of stuff broke loose, got a lot of rust out of the tank. And then I'm going to do another CLR treatment starting tomorrow. I'll swing by and get some more, dump that in there, and then I'll flush it all out, get some gas in it. And we'll go and probably put this Honda 360T together on our next video next week. But that is, the carbs kind of cleaned up on it. This pen's rubber did not take good to that. And then tonight, I think that might be it for tonight. I really do. That Suzuki is going to come apart probably next video. This week didn't go as I had planned. We're going to do this crank sensor tomorrow. And we're going to throw that battery in that bike. See if we can get it to run. And then we're going to do a brake master cylinder on a Balkan tomorrow. My carb kit for my other Suzuki won't be here until the middle of next week. That one's here now, though. No, it's not. No, it's not. Some of the parts for that one are here now. The oil changes. Yeah, so that's going to be a next week video. This video did not get as much done as I thought it would. But we're going to try them in tomorrow. And we'll see how much I can get done tomorrow. Hope I can get some bikes washed. Me and the wife should be able to do that tomorrow night, after we go work on the other stuff. This is Hanthorne's performance. I do a lot, but somehow don't get a lot done. She's coming back. I think this girl's coming alive. Aw, don't do that to me, baby. We'll put some air in the front tire, tighten some stuff up, and see if we can run down the road real quick. What do y'all think? A little night ride real quick? So I have decided to give these two a little of a bath. Now I've just realized that due to coming inside, look, dirty, filthy, from coming inside to outside in the wet, warm air, because it's starting to sprinkle, so it's going to be a little bit of a war bath, that my camera has just gotten quite foggy. But we're gonna set you guys up, do some foam cannoning and some cleaning, move you around a little bit, see what we can see from about right there. The faux cam and attachment seems to be a little messed up, but we coated all of the bikes with a boatload of soap. Now, scrub. Scrub everything down, hit it with a pressure washer, quick little. We got a quick little bath, ain't nothing crazy. Just knock some of the dust off of them. That's pretty much everything I got done this week. Keep watching. That's pretty much gonna finish out the week. We got that Suzuki running. We got brakes on the Kawasaki. We put the crank sensor wired up in the Ultra. I don't really have a lot going on just yet at this very moment in time. I'm super busy with family and home shit. But that's Henthorn's Performance. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to Mid-Ohio Vintage Days 2 weeks out. So if you want to see anything with that, you need to stick around. You need to subscribe. You got to hit the bell icon. Comment below to get more people to hang out. That's Henthorn's Performance, baby.
Yep. How are you holding? Not bad. I wonder if he's recording. Oh, no? Yeah. You recording?
Oh, yeah, probably.
I was gonna say, I just shook my nuts at you.